Hello, good morning. It's me, Brother The Love Storm Show. It's been such a long time, everybody. I miss you guys. Listen, I've been having some stormy issues, and I realize a lot of other people have too. But I want to, I want to keep you enlightened to be motivated, inspired, encouraged, no matter what path you're on or where you're going to. Do it with your whole heart, your mind, and soul. Even when we bump into these distractions and hurdles of others trying to distract us from reaching our destination and goal is just a test. So we want to stay encouraged and lifted to help others as well as we can. People have to have an open mind and an open heart to want to receive proper encouraging knowledge or wisdom from another because we don't always have all the answers. Um, yeah, I've experienced the most horrible thing. Some of my family know, some of them don't. Um, I'm very particular about certain things and people because people become judging and criticize you of the choices and things that you make and do. With that being said, because I'm an old tail woman, so that means I can do whatever it is I want just as well as any of you can do whatever you want. If someone really loves you, be it your family, friends, spouse, companion, whoever it is, when you're going through things and things are not as sweet or things is not as you thought it would be, or you run into, you know, you run into a heel smack dead face first. I mean, we all human. We all make some type of error or mistakes, and sometimes others can see that before we see it ourselves, and that's okay. We can give warning, we can give encouragement, we can give advice, but if you really love someone, no matter who it is, when one falls down or one gets shifty or seems like they're a little lost, why criticize or judge someone? Because for the very one that can judge and criticize you, they are already in a situation that you don't even know about. So all I'm coming on here today to say is be mindful of other people's feelings. Be mindful of passing judgment because nobody's here perfect. Because again, you might know something that another person may not be able to decipher and help them along the way. It's crazy. We go through things that um, if your mind is not strong enough to accept and receive, whether it's good or bad, because some people can hurt and harm themselves, even feeling overjoyed with things, crazy as it sounds. Because with those kind of mindsets, and I had talked to someone years ago that they felt like they accomplished so much that they was ready to die. And I think I made that statement before in the video. But anyway, we want to be cautious. We want to speak life, long-lasting happiness into our space. We don't want to be critical and damage it to another because we don't know what that will cause, what kind of harm that will cause that person. Um, so keep a big heart, keep pushing, go through all the shenanigans that people play and portray. You know, I'm gonna speak on that one thing. A narcissistic person is the worst person to deal with in the world because clearly they're the devil. I say that because they will put on this facade that they're charismatic, that they're charming, that they're all the things. They'll be everything you ever dreamed of and everything you ever wanted and desired. Yet they have motives. Yes, I'm speaking from experience as well, but it's nothing new for me. It's just it comes in different forms to different people, and certainly when you tamper with someone that has a true clean heart to love and be sincere, and you bring that mess into their space, you have already dug yourself. You have already begun to dig a place for your own self where you thought you was digging for somebody else. Because when you could be confident in yourself and say, hey, I'm not worried about it because I know I'm of love. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. I know what God um, given us all. As I can speak and say that He given us all a heart of love. And it's upon us on how we execute it, how we display it, how we show it. And if you're not ready to show that sincere, deep, depth love that God has shown and given us, please don't waste people's time. It's we live in perilous times where it's so important to take the hand of somebody else. If you really love them, if you're really concerned about them, hold their hands, and just say, "I'm here." Nobody's saying pick up somebody else's whole luggage and load and burden yourself down. No, if you see and know someone else is ready and willing and wanting to unpack themselves, and they have some energy to go along and help unpack you as well, and while you're unpacking yourself, see, it's a job. It's just like a vacation. Hey, we're all suited up, suitcased up, baggage booked. Okay, we all together in this destination. I'll help you unpack, you help me unpack. Unpacking my things, you unpack your things. Sounds like I'm a little twisted, but if you think about it, that's how it is in a relationship. So, stay encouraged, people. I'm telling you, I don't know what else to say. It's just, this is crazy. I don't want to get too into depth of things of what I want to mention, but I will say stand firm, stand strong in your truth and your love when you know you're doing it out of kindness, not just for yourself but for others. I mean, it doesn't take a lot. It really doesn't. It takes a lot to manipulate. It takes a lot of energy to manipulate, to lie, to scheme. And when people do that, they tell a lie, they got to continue. So guess what? Their whole life is a whole freaking lie. It's a whole lie. And when you have someone that's being sincere, being sincere and bringing them whole selves to you, you're going to detect everything negatively that they bring to you. So I just want to, again, boost your own morals, to set some boundaries, because as I say, I've been going through, but a lot of people don't know. I have people I talk to every day saying, "Eva, I didn't know you was going through something. But you smile every day." Yeah, I'm going to smile. I'm going to laugh, because guess what? I recognize and realize people are who they are. My mom used to tell me a long time ago, "Girl, you're going to lose your mind because of how people are," and I just can't believe. It's not hard to treat people the way you want to be treated. It's so simple. And because we do treat people the way we want to be treated, it doesn't always come back the way it's given, because then some people take it as your weakness. Loving others and showing a unlimited amount of love can be a weakness, and it can be a strength. They come into weakness to others' eyes because they feel like, "Oh my gosh, I could just do this and I can be that and I can get my way." But they got to realize they set in their own trauma, have not learned a doggone thing yet, that you can't play with people's heart and minds and emotions and think you're going to get away with it. It does not work like that. It will not ever work like that. You will always be that type of individual until you can say and confess to yourself to forgive yourself, that you want to retract yourself and you want to do something different. And be most apologetic to that individual that you bring harm upon. Nobody has time for that. Life is too short. We're getting older. So we need to be more expressive in kindness and love and sincerity. And again, if someone is manipulating your heart, your love, or your mind, it's fine. You have to cut them off, because who have time to train a grown person when it was instilled in us and should have been instilled in us to love, to learn, respect others, space, times, emotions. I mean, sometimes people target you to try to manipulate you to change, to be something evil that you're not, because maybe somewhere somebody has embraced and graced your name and saying you or that person think they're all of this, that they love. Jealousy comes in all different forms. And very well, as someone is shining light on you and praising you to some degree, how nice, how kind, or how loving you are, you'll have somebody else that just despises it and doesn't like it, and they will put dirt on your name. They will try to create you to be some type of person that you're not even, and you go to look and you be like, "My goodness, I had no idea that person was thinking that file of me. So I just said all that to say this. Forget what somebody else say. Keep on pushing. They want to try to bring you down, pull you down. They need to stay right off to the sideline. And while others may be searching and looking for love, it's all good. Don't worry about what nobody else say. Do love yourself. Do make the necessary adjustments in your life if you see deem fit to do so, that you don't bring any trauma, past trauma that you experienced, into your newfound destination.